We've all had that moment. Plans have changed. The decision you made might be the wrong one. The dinner bill is higher than expected. It's a tight, awful feeling in your chest. Anxiety, uncertainty, worry. We all feel it. And let's face it, the world is a pretty uncertain place right now. But what if you could turn that fear into your secret superpower? Uncertainty expert Sam Conniff reckons you can. He's been looking at how people can take all the bad bits of uncertainty and use it for good.
Uncertainty is the #1 driver of anxiety, instability, and inaction. But at the same time, uncertainty is where human beings discover their greatest creativity.
And he's in New Zealand to share his tips to help us all deal with uncertainty a little better. Joining us now is uncertainty expert Sam Conniff. Sam, why are we so freaked out by uncertainty?
It's a very good question, and freaked out is a really good way of describing it. It's because at an evolutionary level, like 300,000 years ago, any form of uncertainty triggers a threat response, the famous fight and flight response. So it's still the same systems, but it feels so out of odds in 2023, because whether it's our notifications, a weather threat or alert, it's still causing exactly the same effect inside, which is why it feels so nasty.
So how do we take that weird, anxious feeling and actually turn it into, in your words, a superpower?
In a moment of threat, the body is pushed into its optimum state for learning. We are top of our game for information gathering. We're high arousal, so we can see, we can hear, we can even smell more than we can outside of it. So if you can stay calm, then uncertainty is this incredible, profound place of learning more, seeing more, and being more than we ever were before.
Might be why some performers say they like a few nerves before they go on stage.
Absolutely, and it's the same instances that drive post-traumatic stress as they are post-traumatic growth. If you can learn to increase what's known as your uncertainty tolerance, you can begin not only to enjoy moments of uncertainty, but learn from them, gain from them, and grow because of them.
I like certainty. Like, I plan everything out to the nth degree, just so that makes me boring.
It doesn't make you boring, it makes you more vulnerable. Although it feels safe, it's a kind of fake safe. In fact, safety behaviours is the psychological response to times of uncertainty. We reach out for behaviours that make us feel safe. So it might be a glass of wine, it might be a snack, it might be planning to the nth degree. But when it comes to work, it's, you know, sending around, CCing people excessively on emails or setting up meetings that we don't need. That's why we really need to manage our levels of uncertainty tolerance, because in the day-to-day, those safety behaviours don't just make us less safe, they take up more time and more stress than they need to.
Are you certain about all of this?
So this is based on really cutting-edge thinking and understanding of neurobiology and how the body and brain works in response to uncertainty. So yeah, I've got some very unusual and interesting stories, but it's very much backed up by science. And now, it's not just here for the businesses of New Zealand, it's been taken on at Apple, Netflix, Nike, Lego, a bunch of really interesting and forward-thinking firms that are trying to give some certainty and comfort to their teams over the next couple of years.
Well, Sam, this has certainly been useful. Thank you so much for your tips.
Thank you very much for having me.
So everybody loves a little quiz about themselves. We did one to test our individual uncertainty tolerance. You can have a look at our results. You get, a rating out of 90. So Becky is like the most tolerant of uncertainty out of all of us.
Yeah, lower is better. Lower is better. So Becky wins. Me and you are you're pretty similar. And then who is that guy up at 67 out of 90?
Old bajiggity Mark.
Yeah. I'm not certain who that is, actually. I actually recently did a personality test, which came out in a similar way. Is like, I like to plan everything out. I like to know exactly where I'm going. I don't like uncertainty. And then it matches your personality with the jobs that you would most likely, you know, your personality would match. You know what came out right at the bottom? Sports and media. Oh. And I've got a theory around that as to why I've become so very, very good at sports and media.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is that I think I'm a relief junkie. Like all the anxiety, and when it goes well, I think I enjoyed the relief more than the elation.
Got it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bigger buzz.
Do you think does your personality suit your job? Comedian?
No. It's too late now. No, I think it does. I do enjoy some uncertainty. Like when I go to a restaurant, I always order something new that I haven't tried before.
Right.
What? Sounds a bit
that's
crazy.
dangerous.
But then I also really need financial stability, and I could lose, $1,000 worth of work in a day, or gigs get cancelled because of floods or something.
Yeah.
So I've had to learn to live with these sorts of uncertainties.
Well, if you want to find out more about yourself and how you fit in, that link to the test is on our Facebook page. And Sam's speaking tomorrow at Future State, which is hosted by Spark Lab and Semi Permanence.